are born into the fire. Kanan Stark was raised by it. South Jamaica's prodigy turned problem, the blueprint and the boogeyman of the Power Universe. This is the story of how a teen under his mother's shadow became the mentor to Ghost and Tommy, and the monster Tariq thought he could tame, until the day bullets and betrayal wrote his final chapter. South Jamaica, Queens, the Thomas house. Before the legend, there was a boy, Kanan, raised by Raquel Rock Thomas, with uncles Marvin and Lulu. Their apartment wasn't a home so much as a command center. Rock was the general, calculating, ambitious, and unafraid to use her son as a piece on the board. In Queens, the rules were simple. It's taken, and if you hesitate, the streets collect. As a kid, Kanan was eager, too eager. He craved proximity to Rock World, the money, the cars, the immediate respect. So he did what boys do when they want to be men. He moved reckless. Fights, corners, small plays that got bigger. Every short-term decision left long scars on him and on the people he loved. Jukebox, blood, talent, and the first falls. Laverne Jukebox. Thomas wasn't just his cousin. She was Kanan's mirror, same blood, different compass. Juke had talent and discipline, the voice of a star and the heart of a soldier. But South Jamaica eats dreams. When her girlfriend Nicole died after a bad batch that Kanan cooked hit the streets, something hardened in Juke, and Kanan watched her innocence evaporate up close. That grief welded them together. Music kept Juke breathing. Hustling kept Kanan busy. They policed each other's worst instincts until the streets taught them a cruel lesson. Family is both lifeline and leverage. The bond you lean on is the bond your enemies will try to break. Famous. Best friend, bad decisions, Sean Famous Figueroa, mixtape dreams, couch surfing, and Kanan's day one. Fame wanted the spotlight. Kanan wanted the corner. Different lanes, same potholes. As the game deepened, Famous got dragged into shootings, robberies, and consequences he wasn't built for. By the time the wars escalated, he wasn't just a bystander. He was a liability Kanan refused to throw away until the city made the choice for him. Famous went missing for months without a trace. Then later, his body was found in an abandoned building. It came out that Snaps and Pop were behind Famous's death, a gut punch that turned Kanan's grief into open war. Unique. Rivalry, respect, and the Uneasy alliance. Kadeem Unique Mathis was Southside style and Pressure Rock's rival, and Kanan's education in charisma under fire. Early on, Unique was the man Kanan measured cool against. The clothes, the cars, the code, the controlled chaos. The war between Rock and Unique made Kanan chose sides. Once Unique's brother Ronnie got released from prison, the tension and dynamic in the streets shifted. Then the streets got some unbelievable news. Unique died, pause, then months later, out of nowhere, he came back. Angrier, unhinged, convinced everybody conspired and played a part. One truth stuck with Kanan. Every alliance in Queens is merely temporary. Snaps and Pop. Old school power, new chains. Enter Snaps and Pop, OGs from another era. Polished menace. Rules before hashtags. They saw a young general with a famous last name and offered him backing. Money, product, mentorship. Rock hated it. She knew gifts in this game come with strings long enough to hang you. At first, Kanan liked their order, the schedules, the hierarchy, the "we've seen every scam already" certainty. But there's a difference between guidance and ownership. Snaps and Pop started steering him, who to hit, where to move, when to kneel. And then came the betrayals. Krystal, the girl Kanan loved, shot dead by Pop. Initially, Kanan blamed her death on his mother Rock. But the streets talk, and in a cold turn, he realized exactly what he was to them. Snaps and Pop, expendable leverage. The same duo were ultimately tied to Famous's death too. That's when mentors became targets, love and loss. Davina and Krystal. Kanan's first true softness was Davina Harrison. Childhood crush turned first love. A moment of light in a city of shadows. But feelings don't outrun queens, they just move slower. The game swallowed them both. Choices had collateral. Davina was Kanan's first love interest. Later, Krystal stepped into his life, messy, magnetic, and real. For a second, Kanan imagined clean exits and fresh air. Then Pop pulled the trigger. Loss rewired Kanan's brain again. That's when the kid fully died, and the man we met in Power began to take shape. The pivot. Breeze, the next chapter. Legends whisper about Breeze, the kingmaker in Queens. For years, he seemed like a myth, the man who taught Kanan, Ghost, and Tommy how to turn a corner into a kingdom. When Breeze finally steps into Kanan's orbit, you feel the gravity shift. This isn't mentorship, it's a blueprint, drafting for an empire. Breeze is the bridge from Rock's south side to the syndicate we meet in Power. With Breeze in the picture, Snaps and Pop become a liability. Kanan starts thinking in city blocks, not street corners. Whether or not he sanctioned everything the OGs did, Queens heard one message. Kanan Stark is becoming the big dog and done taking orders. Blood versus blood. Jukebox again. Duke never stopped loving Kanan, but love got edged out by logic. As they tracked the fallout, Famous gone, Krystal gone, Duke's darkness surfaced. She could swim in waters Kanan still pretended to be ankle deep. That bond becomes prophetic. In the main series, when Jukebox threatens Tariq, Kanan pulls the trigger on his own cousin to save the boy he was grooming, Ghost and Tommy. From students to bosses. Under Breeze, Kanan refines the playbook and brings up two hungry killers, James Ghost St. Patrick and TommyEgan. He schools them on weight, territory, patience, everything Rock taught him, minus the mother's leash. One shot, one kill. Then with Tasha, they orchestrate a future where Kanan is not included. They mastermind a setup that ultimately lands Kanan in prison. After his release, he and Ghost riff and have a no-holds-bar fight where Ghost sets a warehouse fire where he leaves Kanan behind to die. Kanan again emerged from the adversity and crawled out of those flames different. Tariq, the son he never had. Revenge is simple. Tariq made it complicated. Ghost's son becomes Kanan's answer key, a kid who hates his father enough to listen. Kanan gives him what Ghost won't. Brutal honesty and a seat at the grown man table. It's mentorship, manipulation, and something like fatherhood, all tangled up. And that's the paradox. The same man who'd kill for Tariq once killed his own son, Sean. A wound Tariq eventually weaponizes against him. In the short run, Tariq is Kanan's sharpest blade. The last ride, how Kanan dies. The end doesn't come from a rival. It comes from someone closet to you. Kanan's back door was left wide open, and Tariq, with the help of Tasha, plant the gun used in Ray's murder in Kanan's car and set up a traffic stop. Cops close in. Kanan refuses to go back to prison. The street soldier in him wakes up one last time. Bullets fly, officers drop, and the legend bleeds out, trying to steal a cruiser. Ghost and Tommy later identify the body. Kanan's blueprint, the legacy he left behind. What did the world lose when Kanan fell? Not a hero, not a villain, a constant, the axis everyone else spun around. Rock forged him, Duke checked him, famously humanized him. Snaps and Pop tried to own him, Unique sharpened him. Breeze scaled him, Ghost and Tommy outgrew him. In the end, Kanan Stark isn't just a character arc, he's a creation myth for the Power Universe. The reason Ghost became Ghost. The reason Tommy stayed Tommy. Take Kanan out of the story, and the whole house of cards collapses. From a South Side adolescent chasing his mother's shadow to the man cops feared and protégés betrayed, Kanan Stark was both origin and omen. And if there's one lesson his life teaches, it's this. In Queens, you don't outrun your past. You weaponize it, or it kills you. Or plan for a short future. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Kanan's origin, hit the like button and subscribe. Tap the bell so you don't miss the next character breakdown. A new video will be dropping every Friday. Comment below who you want to cover next. Cooper Saxe, Raquel Thomas, Unique, or Tariq, and we'll uncover their origins too. Backstory Uncovered signing out.